Downtown. Lena used to work downtown. For a short while, I worked downtown. Where did I work downtown? You never worked downtown. I didn't work downtown. Well, you worked on Wall Street. Is Wall Street downtown? Is Wall Street downtown? Chris. I'm asking you if Wall Street is downtown. Yeah, you're good. That was my first job on Wall Street. Yeah, One Wall Street. Across from across from the Trinity Church. Yeah. Then you worked Midtown. Then you worked Uptown. But you worked downtown. Why didn't I know that Wall Street was downtown? Am I crazy? Of course. Canal Street, Essex. What am I thinking of? Hold on with this fucking song. I like that song. Ugh. Happy again. Oh, God. The lights are much brighter there. Downtown. Things are gonna be great when you're... I hated it downtown. Did you? I'll tell you what. I tried to tell myself I liked it. Like when I first went to work. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. I can't... Hold on. I gotta sit up. Downtown. Downtown. I can't even think straight. Can I get my tea? Yeah. Sure. There are movie shows. I never saw one movie show downtown. Guide them along. We can forget. I used to stalk Lena downtown. You stalked me, yes. Town. Things will be great when you're... There is no finer place for sure. Because everything's waiting for you. Downtown. Maisie's taking a nap. She's got her pashmina wrapped around her today because she's cold. Maisie's not downtown. Maisie was downtown. No, Maisie was midtown. No. Maisie was downtown? Oh, gee. You don't know your towns, and you've been all over that city. I know. I just know Midtown was Madison Avenue, and that's when I was Midtown. You were mostly Midtown. I was, yeah. Middle of the road girl. Well, right, I did until I came back to Queens. Yes, okay. Mostly I was in Midtown, but for a year and a half I was downtown. Doing my thing. I was downtown. Wanted to sing, but instead was downtown. Well, you were singing during that, but it was a stretch trying to. I remember when it sunk in that I had to take the subway every day, and I was like, I hate this so fucking much. I don't know what I hate worse, the subway or that desk that I have to be chained to. And I had the nicest boss, Eugene Nostrum. Hey, my first boss was a Eugene too. What do you know about that? I didn't even think of that. He was such a charming man and such a nice man. Very gentle man. But he was having an affair with his secretary. I was her assistant. Yeah. And more and more he started using me more because I think he was trying to end the affair. Yeah. Her name was, what the hell was her name, John? That girl. Jeannie? Was it Jeannie? She was real nice. Nice girl, yeah. Woman. She had to be about 30. She was, at that time, it was considered getting up there in age. And I was right out of high school, 17. And, yeah, I would only turn 18 in the middle of that first work year, right? Yeah, that's some of you turned 18. Right. But I was 17 when I started on Wall Street. And Jeannie. She taught me a lot about how to get finagle around an office, like the politics of offices. We were way up on the high floors. I remember my girlfriends who worked in the same building were very jealous because I was up high with the big boys, and they were like in basement jobs, in the accounting sections and stuff. Yeah. And I had a great view of the whole city from where I was. I don't remember what floor, 40 something. I don't know what the hell. And but I sussed it early on, and he was a married man, Eugene Nostrum. He was a married man and smoked like a fiend. Everybody did though back then. Me too. Had a great big ashtray on my desk. Took my ashtray with me. Great big, fucking giant uh, crystal ashtray. They had big fancy ashtrays on every desk, as big as a wastepaper basket. They were so fucking big. And I was like, and I took that thing home. I fucking smuggled that thing out of there. But getting back to the office politics, early on, I said these two are doing it, and they were very discreet about it. But everybody knew. The other girls shunned her. The other girls in the office treated her like she had leprosy. She didn't care. She was so in love with him. And he was crazy about her. You could see it the way they looked at each other. And they also had a great working relationship. They were an amazing team. They were like a horse and a rider. They were so in sync. He was very high power. He was a very successful man. One of the senior vice presidents of the Irving Trust Company. I think they had about 50 of them at that time, SVPs. That's not that many considering how huge that company was. Our customers were Pierre Cardin and the big boys. You know, we were the big boys. Chanel, those were our customers. Tiffany's, those were our customers. Yeah, a lot of people thought I was insane leaving that job. That I probably would have, who knows, if I would have enjoyed being a secretary, I could have done very well there. It never mattered to me what kind of job as a secretary I had. That was my most high powered one, though. Really, when I think of it, I used to transfer money from those accounts into overseas banks. Oh, I did a lot of dictation. Really became a very proficient stenographer in that company. I had Mr. Figueroa. He was wonderful. I worked for three different senior vice presidents, but Nostrum was the head of the department. And she had to leave, Jeannie. She said she got a transfer. She did it on her own steam. I took her out to lunch. I was the only one who took her out. Went to a Chinese food place. They had such great Chinese food places all down there on Wall Street. And she said, "Well, you're the only one who showed me any love in that department. I will miss you." She was so much tinier than me too. I towered over her. She had really short hair, really short hair. She wore it like a real gammon. Irish looking girl. Catholic girl. So she confided in me at that last dinner, lunch that the only lunch we ever went out to together, the only one. We never went out before that. But I said, I'm taking you out because I'm going to miss you so much. And she said, I just can't be around him anymore. I have to get a life for myself because he's been promising me forever that he's going to leave his wife. But he's never going to leave her. And I love him so much. And I'm getting old. And soon nobody will want me, which I'm sure is not true, but I'm sure she did great. I never heard from her again. And he was a broken man after that. He could not get over her being gone, I could tell. He was heartbroken and heartsick. And he had a heart condition, even though he smoked like a fiend. She had always been on him about... He had a heart attack already, that guy. He was, I guess, in his 40s at that time, Mr. Nostrum. And he just looked so sad. Once she was gone, I left shortly after that. Once she was gone, it was like everyone else seemed like horrible robots to me. And he said to me, good for you. Good for you, Lynn. You're making a decision not many girls your age would make right now, just to go somewhere else, but good for you. And Steve Shapiro, another one of the SVPs, he said the same thing. Good for you. And I thought, well, gee, look at that. They're all telling me good for you. You're getting the hell out of here while you can. Banking's not for you. Right. So what did I do? I went into accounting. What did I do after that? I went into insurance. What did I do after that? I went into law. What did I do? I went into import. What did I do? I went into construction. I went into everything but music, the corporate end of music. I thought about it for about a half a second at one point. Should I get a job in fucking corporate music? And I thought, no. I don't want to know anything about corporate music. And I don't want to be around musicians who are successful. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Was it a mistake? Well, you might have met some very interesting people, your kind of people, but on the corporate end, maybe not. What was I going to be, like a May Pang? No, I didn't want that for you either. I didn't want you in any office. Can we get back to how I stalked you? Yeah, John stalked me when I was he knew I was downtown. Everything's waiting for you, including John Lennon, I suppose. The summer before John's assassination, the summer of 1980, I was downtown and John was wearing disguises and stalking me around the floors of One Wall Street, most notably the cafeteria. Yeah. This is so weird. We've talked about this before. I always sensed that somebody was watching me in that cafeteria. I always had the strangest feeling going up and down those escalators to the cafeteria. That I was being fucking followed. One time, some guy approached me on the corner and he gave me a business card and he said, uh, you should model. Uh, you can call me anytime. Call this number. And then he just disappeared. John tells me now that that was one of his guys, one of his personal assistants. I promptly threw the card away, thinking that it was probably one of these guys that puts girls into a van and you never see them again. Because that happens. Girls who are desperate to make it in show business or in modeling are often used in human trafficking. That's something that they should be aware of. Don't don't call back strangers who approach you with weird looking business cards. And I threw it away. And I thought, what is that guy crazy? And in fact, that day I remember thinking I looked like shit. I remember my skirt was half falling off. I had this Indian skirt on. I was like very disheveled. I had gotten up late. I didn't like my shoes. I felt like my hair was not clean. I remember standing on a corner just thinking, oh God, I want to die. I just want to go back home to bed. And some guy giving me that fucking card. And I was like, is that guy out of his fucking mind? I should model? What has he got me modeling? Some hangover relief product? If you don't want to look like this girl, here's a good product for you. And John now tells me, remember that guy? And I was like, yeah, I do remember that because it's the only guy who ever told me I should model. He was like, that was one of my guys. That was Mario. His name was Mario. I said, you got to be kidding me. Well, why would he be kidding me? He remembers that. I barely remember it, but I do remember it. Mm-hmm. So if I would have called that number, I just wanted to hear your voice. I probably would have got a panic attack and hung up. Really? Yeah. Maybe I would have had the guts to talk to you for 5 seconds, and then I probably would have wet my pants and hung up. Can I ask you what is wrong with you? I never said I was normal. No, you never did. You say the weirdest things to me. They're so weird they can only be true. That's the thing that scares me about you, John. Well, hi, George. Alina. He's telling the truth, you know. I know he is. He's telling the truth, you know. He always would tell me all about it. We would laugh. We had laughs about it. Yeah. Good morning, Mom and Dad. Yeah, he was like, I am a hopeless asshole. Boy, oh boy, she's better off not meeting me at all. Really? Yeah. George. Oh, he could always laugh at himself. That was the one thing about Johnny. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, you got to, right? You laugh and then you cry and then you laugh again. Yeah. And then you say, oh boy, look where we are today. Look at where we ended up. Yeah, that's for sure. Here we are. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day here in New York. Good morning, Beatles. Mom, Dad, brethren, everybody. Berties who will be fed soon, but it's way too cold for Mama Lena to get up and make bread knobs. We gotta have tea first. Yeah. Show you teapot. 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 Yeah, we got a nice little setup here, making some English breakfast teas. Listen, baby, so George is bugging me already today about a new recipe. I got a really good recipe today, and we got to use phony meat. Chris, do we have phony meat crumbles? Yeah. We're going to use phony meat crumbles, right? Peas. Oh, that sounds good. Tomato. Curry. Coconut. Oh my God! Excited. Yeah. I got a great recipe. I just heard about it. You don't even know what else is going to be in there. I got a good feeling about it. Shut up, George. George, stop giving me the thumbs up. Stop it. Hey, George, somebody online has got a crush on you. I know. We were soulmates in a past life. Me and Carla Conchetta. Yeah, yeah. We were soulmates in a past life. In actually the Spanish Inquisition. George, you were a Spaniard. Yes. Oh, yes, we remember our soulmates very fondly. Is that so, John? Of course. You know I was Bronte. Yes, right. And I wrote a book with my soulmate. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, Paul. I don't need to talk to you about soulmates. Yeah. You got a million of them. Yeah, if you're lucky while you're in life, the more soulmates, the better. You have to experience all different kinds of loves. So yeah, that girl's very attached to me, and she should be because I'm I'm an old buddy of hers. That's nice. It doesn't mean I'm still not Nellie's twin flame. I know that, honey. John, she's calling me honey. I hear her. What about you, Richie? Tons. Yeah, tons. I think everyone in your life, Richie, is a soulmate. Yeah, pretty much. There's like nobody that doesn't fall in love with Richie. Such a nice man. All right, so we're gonna get up. I'm gonna have some tea. John wants me to do some singing, but if I do, I need to have my singing voice. I gotta work on it a little bit before I do that. All right, maybe have a cough drop or something. I'm thinking to do that. Yeah. Or something else. Yeah, we'll figure it out, honey. All right. We'll be back shortly with some musical stylings. Right, honey? Yeah. I love you. I love you too. George, what are you talking about? I'm trying to tell you what else I want in that thing. You want red wine in it. Yes, you have to open up the red wine. Oh, you're giving... All right, well, you give Christopher a list of things to do. Christopher has to open the red wine. He has to open up 2 boxes of tomatoes. He gets to get down the crumbles, and he has to... That's it. You're on the rest. All right. Crumbles, tomatoes, red wine. Christopher. All right. Crumbles, tomatoes, red wine. 2 boxes of tomato. 2 boxes of tomatoes. Crumbles. He heard the crumbles. I'll crumble you.